it seems that we are on.
I'm waiting to see the Twitch stream come up so I can hop in there and boost the numbers.
Thank you. That's a very kind of you. Yeah, seems like seems that we are back.
Okay.
Yep. So where were we?
I think
we went to the idea box to talk about something, and then my internet just died on the spot. So for anyone that just suddenly finds this Twitch channel and tunes in,
just started that because we just finished shitting on the shit submarine.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we just finished talking about the shit submarine. Let me just real quickly to put people on to catch up on what happened. My entire house
there was a
lost
power
power.
outage. Yeah,
There was a power outage so stupidly severe, I guess, that my router didn't turn on for like an hour and a half. It just would not turn on.
That's always a good time.
So I was kind of, I mean, I still sort of am because we lost an hour and a half of stream. But yeah.
Well, that's just gone. It didn't even save FOD.
I mean, that's it. I don't even know. I don't think so.
That's strange.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. But
No, it did.
it did.
There's a half-hour VOD and there's a 1.5 minute VOD.
Okay, the half-hour VOD is the.
And there's a 12-minute VOD.
Yeah, the half-hour VOD.
This could be fun
is
to
the one.
stitch together for the VODs channel.
I mean, the 12-minute VOD. The 12-minute VOD is. I think I'm not even going to put it. But yeah. So where were we? Right, we're going to the idea box instead and see what we were going to talk about. I don't know if you guys celebrate this, but it's technically already summer.
Yes.
Okay.
So here in at least as far as I know in Spain, we have something called San Juan, in which we fire up a brazier to celebrate the start of summer. And my brother's currently taking care of the brazier.
Fire.
And like feed old leaves and dry branches and such. But yeah, that's. Also,
we
I
had
took a
something
shower.
like that here yesterday, completely by accident, because Dad accidentally set the grill on fire. Not the way it's supposed to.
Extra crispy.
Let's just say we ordered takeout.
That's unfortunate.
One of the few things I actually do in summer is sometimes we use the grill like a campfire and roast marshmallows.
I'm surprised we didn't buy some.
Anyway.
So, idea box.
I still don't see the Twitch stream up, Jimmy.
It is up.
I can assure you it is up.
It just was not updating for me for some reason, saying that it was up. Okay, thanks Twitch. Your system works very well.
You're a doll. Thanks, you're a doll.
There's a reason people want to multicast. Let's see. Idea box. We did the submarine. We did the billionaire cage match. We talked about.
Wait, no, we did not do the billionaire cage match. What are you talking about? Hold on. What is that?
Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have had some Twitter beef or something, and are gonna have said they're maybe gonna actually go to a place in Vegas and fight each other, like the Logan Paul or something.
That sounds very funny. Unfortunately for Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg is a robot alien thing, and he's going to beat his ass.
No, what's gonna happen is Elon Musk's gonna throw one punch and break his wrist because he hits Zuckerberg's robotic skull.
I love how the memes of Mark Zuckerberg, either being a robot or an alien, are still around. That man is amazing.
Hey guys,
that man is amazing. Hi, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, people in chat. If you have any questions, do ask. Do feel free to
Alright.
ask.
The next thing I guess we could talk about is we talked about the Nintendo Direct.
We could talk about gripes with companies.
With
Oh
what?
yeah, it seems like Game has gripes with companies.
And franchises.
Oh no, that's gonna take forever. Where do I even begin?
We also have favorite comfort foods.
I think we've
That
done
can
that
work.
before, though.
No,
No,
I
we
don't think
haven't.
we've done favorite comfort food.
Not
We've
not
just
in
done
this
favorite
stream, but I'm
food.
pretty sure we talked about it before. Like I think Darius asked that in one of the previous Roombas.
But that was favorite food, not comfort food.
What's the difference?
Comfort food makes you comfortable.
Being
It's
fed makes me
emotional
comfortable.
relief. It's emotional relief.
It's emotionally recovering food. Give me some pasta in a day that I'm in a bad mood, and I will
food.
immediately get in a good mood.
To put it in the way of Gabriel Iglesias once did, when you're
Hey, it's
before you eat the
Fluffy!
burger and after you eat the burger, you look miserable. But in the act, but in the act of consuming the burger, life cannot be better.
I don't know. I don't really have that. One of the things I mentioned in the idea box was a bit of funny, weird historical shenanigans I just randomly found on YouTube and had explained to me. Which is the reason I listed it as biblically accurate finger counting in the idea box is because it was in reference to a Bible verse regarding like
Bible.
some biblical figure who dies at a ridiculously old age, but it's like a really random sounding number. But it's like someone explained, yeah, no, that it's a really random sounding number, but that's because it is a round number. It's just not in base 10.
Hmm.
Because they're like, yeah, base 10 meaning that it's the system we use, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I know what he's talking about. Let me, to put it in simpleton terms, 5 or under, keep it the same. 5 or up, move it up to the next 10. That's how we do rounding.
Okay.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
That's how I was taught it.
I'm not talking about rounding. I said base 10. That's like, as opposed to like binary or trinary. It's the number of digits you use before you go to the next place.
Yeah.
So we use base 10 because, well, humans have 10 fingers. But
yes.
It was apparently common in the ye olden days that we actually used base 12. Which, for starters, kind of makes imperial units make a little bit more sense, but
Wait, why 12?
Well, because it's very easy to count to 12 on one hand if you know what you're doing.
Binary?
And the way it was explained, because I was watching a video talking about it, is so you have like, if you hold out your hand in front of you, you can basically use your thumb and your fingers to count multiple times on each finger using the
knuckles and joints?
No, not your knuckles. Because if you're using your knuckles and like the tip of your finger, that would be base 16. What you do is you use the individual bones of your finger. So it's 3 per finger, and you've got 4 fingers.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I just said that.
7, 2.
No, you said the knuckles came, which is
I
different.
said knuckles and joints.
Yeah, that's the joints. If you're just using the joints, that works. However, then why wouldn't you also use your fingertips, which would then get you up to 16?
Because your knuckles
I am
still
confused.
joint.
This is something that would be a lot easier to explain if I could actually show you, but obviously I can't.
The tip of your finger is not a joint. Your knuckle is, because it's where it's connecting the finger to the hand.
Yes, but it seems weird then if you're not using that to then also use like the tip of your finger as like an extra one. Plus, that would let you count more. Regardless, that's not the point. The point is, if you count like the bones of your fingers, that can get you 12. And then the reason that's done is you have a second hand, right? Like, you could do the same thing on that hand and get up to 24, or you can use your second hand functionally as like the tens place. So you count to 12 and then go to the first bone on your other hand and start over on your first hand again. So you can count to a much bigger number that way. By using one hand to count basically the ones place and the other the tens place.
So you're sure that you don't think we have enough time for gripes with companies or franchises?
What are your gripes, Kane?
Where do we start?
Why
we
are you
have plenty
angry?
of gripes.
Let Kane begin since he's the one that gave the idea out.
Alright, Kane, which company do we want to start with?
Pokemon. They keep dodging chances to make specific typings.
They feel obligated to have an obligatory gimmick in every generation now. It's like Mega.
Give that
cool.
a pass.
Yeah. Mega Evolution, that was cool. Z-moves, that's kind of interesting. Gen 8, big. It's like, yeah, no, you're just, you feel like you have to include something new every generation that you'll never use again.
For the record, at least it is something that's its own thing.
Mega Evolutions were cringe, Z-moves were cringe, Gigantamax I cannot tell because I didn't play Gen 8. The only gimmick that I've liked so far has been Terrestrialize.
Wow, that sure is a hot take. Jimmy calling Z-moves and Mega Evolutions cringe.
It is though! Mega Evolutions are cringe! Most of the Mega Evolutions are given to Pokemon that don't need them! You don't need Mega Evolutions or Garchomp!
They're making ways to not need to make new Pokemon.
That's
because
cringe!
We've reached
Make new
1,000.
Pokemon!
Jimmy, we are at 1,015 Pokemon now. We do not.
We were at 600 back in Gen 6, Kane. They did 60 Pokemon for Generation 6. Gen 6 is the generation with the lowest amount of new Pokemon. And you're telling me that's the generation they came up with a gimmick to not make new Pokemon?
That's still too many.
And I would like to point out, not only does Gen 6 have the least new Pokemon, it is also introduced a brand new type, which, like, the most obvious way should introduce a bunch more new Pokemon, and they just didn't, because Gen 6 sucked.
Gen 6? And I'm going to die on this hill.
Okay, but the Gen 3 remakes were great.
I'm just going to say this.
The only good thing in Gen 6.
I'm going to die on this hill. Gen 6 is the worst single generation in the entire series.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I feel like if they'd
I can't say anything about 8, because I have never played 8th gen. So I cannot say anything about that. I do not have an opinion on that one. That's for Gen remake.
That because you played the remake.
Kane, is there any Gen 8 Pokemon in BDSP?
It's still Gen 8, so is Legends Arceus.
What I mean...
BDSP barely counts.
BDSP doesn't count.
They were not new games.
Neither was Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Those were.
Those were!
Kane.
No,
Kane, they used the engine for Pokemon Platinum, in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
They literally have the same bugs as in the original. It's literally just the same game.
That is not okay.
New texture over.
That doesn't make it the same game.
It's a retexture. What they did is they retextured Diamond and Pearl and gave Cynthia a busted ass team. That's all they did.
And skipping over all of the 3D models that they put in.
That's retexturing.
That's not retexturing. That's going from 2D to 3D.
Yeah, and they didn't even do it properly. There's a way you can soft lock by just not walking in straight lines.
BDSP fucking sucked. They're the worst remakes that they have ever made, and I'm so disappointed in it. Gen 4 wasn't the generation I started with, and I was so excited for this game, and it turned out to be a massive fucking disappointment. I lost the cartridge for my Brilliant Pearl, and I'm not even sad that I lost it.
Only use this as a
Nothing of
segue.
value was lost.
I'm gonna use this as a segue. Everybody fears Gen 5 remakes.
I am really worried. I'm not scared, I'm worried.
Here's the real question, though. Are we gonna get 2 Gen 5 remakes?
They should.
Are we gonna get both the... What's it gonna be like? Vanta Black and Vanta Black 2?
Wait, no, wait, hold on. You know what's gonna be? It's gonna be the black and white collection. Where you can have either black 2 and white and white 2 and black 2.
But as I was gonna say,
I got it. I got the names.
The thing that may have saved Gen 6 if they'd actually finished Pokemon Z and released it.
Yeah, that probably would have been good. Them dropping the third games is kind of...
Yeah, cringe.
That was cringe.
But we know that they were working on it, because not only has there been like some like bit of data mining that was done and looking through some stuff, but also I'm pretty sure that's the plot they used for the anime.
So, I just came up with the best names for the Gen 5 remakes.
Let's hear 'em.
Pitch Black, Radiant White.
Meh.
Nah.
Tell me you have a more
You know what
fitting
was
name.
cringe, though? You know what was cringe?
What?
The Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, instead of, just making a normal third game.
I like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
I mean, I thought they were
Yeah,
good,
right.
but, like, why don't you
I generally prefer Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon to Sun and Moon. Hot take. I prefer Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon over Sun and Moon.
Hot take. But the Zygourd Cell Hunt.
I think they are better, but what they've just done is they've just we didn't like what we did, so we decided to just immediately do it again.
Yeah, and I definitely prefer it.
I mean, yeah, it's better, but that you have a system for this. It's called the third game.
They said, fuck it, let's just make the third game 2 games.
Hot take.
Because why the fuck
The
not?
Zygarde Cell Hunt.
That's not really a hot take.
Zygarde-
That's just facts.
The Zygarde Cell Hunt is very clearly reused material from Pokemon Z.
True.
Yeah, and you can't
Why is it in just? It doesn't make sense in Gen 7.
I mean, they
doesn't
do
make
use the
sense
Gen
for
6
them.
Professor Sycamore assistants. for
Yeah,
that.
I was about to say, it doesn't make sense for them to be there either, but here they are.
They're taking a vacation. Let the people take vacations. It's a Lola. It's a pretty place. But yeah, I will die on this hill. Gen 6, in general, I don't just mean the mainline games. Except the anime, Gen 6 was shit.
I'd love
Wait,
to. I got
yeah.
introduced to the 3DS games. Those were actually where I started.
You know what else is cringe about Gen 7?
What?
It didn't have remakes.
Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Before you throw shit at me, except Gen 3, every remake generation has been an even generation. Except Gen 3. You got remakes of Gen 2 and Gen 4, remakes of Gen 3 and Gen 6, and remakes of Gen 4 and Gen 8. Except in Gen 1. But, I mean, just explaining, we didn't have remakes in Gen 5.
Jimmy, do you know why Gen 5 didn't have remakes?
Because you could play Gen 3 in the AS games.
Yeah.
You could play Gen 4 games in... And you could play DS games in the 3DS. That's why we didn't get a Gen 4 remake in Gen 7. It's literally the same reason. And we're not gonna get a remake in Gen 9 because of... Actually, no, we may get a Gen 5 remake in Gen 9.
We get Gen 5 remakes in Gen 9.
In my experience, the pattern for the remakes is every time they make a new platform for the games, they make a remake.
Now, and that's also then when after the Gen 3 remakes, they remade Gen 1. Still
True.
only getting the Gen 2
Yeah.
remakes. Are they finally gonna fix Johto level scaling, please?
They're never going to fix that.
Honestly, I didn't mind the Let's Go games, but they fell off really fast.
The Let's Go games are cute, but they are a walking gimmick.
I liked their catching gimmick. I'll give
The
it
way
that.
I see it is the Let's Go games was basically a feature test to see what they wanted to carry forward and what they didn't.
Yeah.
Also,
on the new
no,
platform, basically.
also they put Mega Evolution on Switch, and they never touched it again.
Who?
Mega Evolution was the only
Oh, Megas.
unique system that they like brought back at all in the following
Yeah.
generation.
And-
Let's Go game.
Literally all it was is they just had like a random NPC just give you a Mega Bracelet in Gen 7 and then let it die.
You know the funny thing?
Wow.
Only Gen 1
And
Pokemons
what?
can Mega Evolve in Let's Go, so not even all
Oh, of
Pokemons can
course.
Mega.
The only
That's 'cause
changes
it's a
to
Gen
Let's
1
Go.
remake, Jim.
Yeah. The only difference is that Pokemon got updated typings and movesets.
Question.
Yeah, well, you know, at least like in other games, in post games you can use Pokemon not from the generation, which is another problem I have with Gen 4. What the fuck?
There
Gen
is
4's original
one.
Pokedex was also pretty shit.
There is one Gen 7 Pokemon that's in the Let's Go games.
Yeah, Melton.
Meltan and Melmetal.
That's 2 Pokemon, Kane.
That's an
Same
evolutionary
evolution.
line. Still 2 Pokemon though.
Semantic to be annoying.
Also, I'll
Question,
be real.
because I never played the Let's Go games. Is your rival still the champion, or do they have Blue be the champion again?
It's another rival like Blue.
Yeah, it's another. You actually get to see Blue in the story.
And Red.
Is he the
And Green.
is he the eighth- Oh,
Yeah,
Green.
you get to see. You get to see all 3 trainers, and Green actually.
They're the manga
Who-
equivalent, basically.
Who's the 8th gym leader in Let's Go?
I think it's still Gio.
It's
yeah.
Giovanni. It's
still
Giovanni.
Back to Giovanni. Okay.
Yes,
Also,
and
it's very
Buck is
funny.
Purging.
It's very funny because in Let's Go, you encounter basically the manga counterparts. And Green, the first thing she does is throw a Pokeball at your face.
Yeah, she thinks.
Which I find hilarious.
She thinks you're a Pokemon because she wants Mewtwo. I don't understand it.
It's very funny.
It's very funny but very confusing.
Oh, hold
I-
on. Someone redeemed the robot voice, Jimmy.
This is my true power. Water.
Alright.
There we go.
What's next on the thing in
There's the
idea
robot
box?
voice. I buy Let's Go games, but I can't consider they are appropriate remakes and consider a test version of Pokemon to Go new Pokemon Mountain. I guess so. Yeah, I guess they're just they're so. I guess it's a way to like get Pokemons from Pokemon Go into your actual consoles.
I'm gonna be real.
It's that, and it was testing the 3D Pokemon Wild Encounters.
Because when
honest-
did the Let's Go games come out again? Can anyone remind me?
Like right when the Switch came out.
So 2018. Yeah, that was I think Gen 2
Yep,
Pokemon were
2018.
introduced around that
That's
time,
when
but
they came out. I'll be real. Melmetal as a Pokemon, I love it.
Stream of Right Block. Hey Octo.
Hi Octo.
Hello. Yes, the stream's back. Jimmy has power again.
Finally,
I think
I was
actually
talking to Octo about how depressed I was that my internet just fucking died and it imploded. I got really depressed.
Yeah, I can tell.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah, Melmetal is definitely a mythical with these stats.
Yeah, Melmetal is a mythical. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course it is. You can only get it.
No,
You can
I
only
mean,
get it on
I
an
didn't
event.
mean- Jimmy, I didn't mean to say it wasn't. I said its stats are absurd.
Ah.
Its attack and defense go up to 423 and its health goes up to 474.
God damn it! Why not 420?
But
God
what's it?
damn.
Speaking of funny memes, the next thing in the idea box.
True. Perfect segue. Meme music that hit hard. Okay, so the reason why I posted this, y'all know the Anka dance?
What?
The Anka dance.
The Anka dance.
Yes.
You need to slow down when you talk sometimes.
Which one's this one?
The funny Egyptian cat.
From Animal Crossing. Yeah, I know which character that is. Believe me, I've been on the internet.
So
Yeah,
the song.
There's a meme of her dancing to
Camel by Camel.
Music. Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what that is actually. Now that I think about it, someone referenced it in a video as a meme.
I can't believe all of this came from -8.
So can I please?
What?
No.
So I was listening to music in YouTube, and I came across a Eurobeat remix of Camel by Camel, and then I went, okay, oh hey, this is the. Of course, he had the Anka meme in the video, a part of it. Well, the 8086, because if it's Eurobeat, there's gonna be an 8086, and then I was like, I'm gonna listen to the original. That song is a fucking banger.
I actually, you know what's an actual banger that I found? I found a channel that has a couple Eurobeat remixes.
Name?
The channel is called Because Music. And the three main ones that I've kind of saved is Eurobeat remix of Danger Zone, the Top Gun
Yes.
song. The
I've
Devil
heard it.
Went Down to Georgia.
Yes, I heard that one.
And Come Out Ye Black and Tans.
Yeah, I also heard that one. You also have things like Dream On. You also have Metal Gear
Wait.
Rising music. You have anime music. You have video game music. I know
Best
because
part,
music.
The best part though from the Come Out Ye Black and Tans is it partway segues through to just Ding Dong the Witch is Dead, and the art for it is it's the multi-track drifting streetcar and it's just little sideways little sprites of Margaret Thatcher and Queen Elizabeth
Yeah, and
II, 'cause
Queen.
it was released
Yep.
when she died.
Yep.
The Irish Twitter would not behave itself that week.
They were happy that the Queen was dead.
It's almost like Ireland and England have some history.
And they don't like each other.
I would like to point out how kind of like just strange is it though that the name of the British Conservative Party is an insult that was hurled at the British occupiers by the Irish.
We now have a nerd going off about Pokemon in the chat.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Yeah, it's like,
They're
really,
going off.
the thing is though that I find hilarious is it's the British Conservative Party is the Tories, which was an insult hurled at them by the Irish that roughly translates to thief.
Brilliant.
And
But yeah,
I feel like that
other
requires
than-
no further comment. The other one that's funny in those Eurobeat remixes though is the Devil Goes Down to Georgia. Partway through it just has a bit of Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah. You also have you heard the usual like guitar solo music? With a rat spinning?
Oh, like the Halo 3 rat memes.
Yes. The Halo 3 rat spinning. The that's Free as a Bird from Leonard Skinner. And they make
Freebird,
and
okay,
they
that's a different.
yeah,
not what I was
Freebird.
thinking.
Yeah, that one was also made into a Eurobeat remix, and that also slaps.
The joke with Freebird is while that guitar solo is going, the rules don't apply.
Yeah,
This
everything is
however high your speedometer can go.
yeah, and you make that into a Eurobeat song. My God, you're breaking every single rule of the road.
It's like the other one like that's like that is
There's a
one of the Sabaton songs is like the meme is kind of the same thing.
Sabaton is pure energy. The only thing that can get anywhere near what were they called? I'm trying to remember. What was the band called?
I mean,
Disturbed.
everyone remembers Through the Fire and Flames from Dragon Force. That's also another legendary guitar solo.
The only two bands that can get anywhere near Disturbed in terms of sheer energy are Powerwolf and Sabaton. If you've listened to their music, you understand.
I think I have one of the Powerwolf songs on my playlist. I've got a whole second playlist that's just all the Sabaton songs I like.
Of course you have a Sabaton playlist.
Of course I do. It's me. That's
You're
like,
a history nerd. You love Sabaton music because he has shit like that.
it's literally history.
Into the motherland, the German army march.
It's they. I think
One of my favorites is Winter Soldier or whatever it was called.
White Death.
No.
Winter Soldier is the Marvel movie.
No, they made. Hold on. What's YouTube music? I need you.
Imagine needing YouTube music. Couldn't be.
Oh, that reminds me. There was a very well done edit I saw. That was basically a bunch of Winter Soldier and Bucky Barnes scenes from the MCU, just put to Rah Rah Rasputin.
Soldier of Heaven. That's what it was called.
Ah, Soldier of Heaven. That's another good one.
That's the song I was talking about.
Oh,
Actually, I had
another
for that.
another banger song. Dame dane, dame yo, nande no yo.
I've never heard
Dun,
that
dun,
song except for memes.
That song I know from the memes of people like using some program to like animate still pictures to have.
So
random
that
sing
is
it.
a Yakuza song called Bakamitai, and that is an actual banger. It's fucking amazing. I love it.
I
The
love
Yakuza
the
series in its
Jimmy-The-Hedgehog
entirety is a fucking banger. Hmm?
Nothing.
I am asking
I know
because
what you said when he watches the VOD, Kane.
you can just
well,
tell
you'll
me.
know then.
You can just tell me, Kate. I'm not going to strangle you.
You have a very specific
Technically can't, he's
tone
on a
when you.
different continent.
Here's
you
the
have
thing,
a very
Kane.
specific tone when you get into your geek mindset.
I didn't even realize. I'm sorry, but I
You
honestly.
can always tell when Jimmy's getting giddy about something.
Oh yeah, yesterday. Was it yesterday, Kane? Or was it on Friday? We were playing Mario Kart 8. Oh my god, I feel bad. Friday.
That was
Friday and Thursday. I feel bad. that moment when you're
I
on Mario
enjoyed
Kart, when you're on Mario Kart speedrunner and you
I'll
play
be
another
real.
game.
I was influenced in quotes, and I still had a good time. I don't think anybody noticed either.
But yeah, it was very funny. It was I feel kind of bad because I won most of the races. What are you talking about?
Oh, hold on.
Paramithranuma? Because that is most definitely Japanese, but we don't speak Japanese here.
Don't speak weeb, I'm sorry. Kane, I think this is your purview.
Oh, it's not mine. That's for
I mean,
the
that's somebody from my server, but I don't speak Japanese.
Okay. And another though for the meme songs that go hard, like unironically, Never Gonna Give You Up.
True.
I unironically
genuinely
listen to that,
like
yeah.
Never Gonna Give You Up. Okay, have
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys heard of the group Yellow?
No.
YELLO.
No.
Have you ever heard just a bassline like bum 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 bum? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that meme.
That song, the group that composed it, Yellow, actually make like fever dream music, and it's really, really good. Like, I need to show you guys later. I'm going to send you the link to the Yellow YouTube channel so you can listen to some of the songs. They're fever dreams. They're little fever dreams made music, and it's amazing.
Oh, you know it's another good like sort of meme song that's really good, unironically. Megalovania.
True. It is a banger. Have you guys? Okay, speaking of music, have you guys? I mean, you're American, but have you guys heard of Eurovision?
My sibling had that on watching it. My sibling was watching one of the old ones, like literally like 2 days ago. Was watching the one with the Epic Sax guy.
Okay, so
I
there's
actually
this
kind of
song.
like that song.
So yeah, that's a really good song too. But Finland got second this year, and it got like one of the biggest like community like public votes of all time. Like by the spectators themselves, not by the critics. And the song is called Cha Cha Cha, and it is, oh my god, it is
Cha Cha,
really
real
fucking
smooth.
good. Cha Cha, real. That's another banger. But yeah, it's in Finnish, and okay, Meep, since you've seen to hear remixes, have you heard of the YouTube channel called Turbo?
Not that I can remember.
They also make YouTube. They also make they're more anime focused, but they make Eurobeat remixes as well. They made a remix using one of the Vocaloids for that to sing that song. Which, fun fact, Finnish and Japanese are not that far off phonetically. That's why you hear, Hatsune Miku singing the polka song.
Well, the thing is, Jimmy, that you have to remember is the Finland and Korea both border Russia, and Japan's also technically borders Russia.
Russia borders practically everything there.
True.
That's because it's Russia.
Yeah,
big.
it's 90% of the continent.
I mean,
Russia is big.
I'm
and
not
Russia
wrong. The
and
thing's
Russia
massive.
is-
USA is also big, but you only border two countries.
Like,
Am I
damn,
wrong,
Russia,
though?
you really need all that land?
Yeah,
I mean, most of it is Siberia.
No, Jimmy. I can do you one better. Canada only borders the United States.
True.
Canada is the world's second largest country, and it only borders one country.
Damn.
Yeah, and I'm stuck directly under it with all this smoke.
Is it still Venus RP over there on the East
It's
Coast?
still, or is it now Mexico
Ironically,
POV?
Despite the air quality constantly going up and down over here, the sky is not red for me.
He doesn't have Mexico POV, Sag.
No, Jimmy.
I don't know how I go. I'm in Michigan. I'm directly under them.
You're in the funny state that's in two parts.
Also, just wanted to.
Wisconsin just won the second one.
I'm confused.
Just getting my bazooka. Okay, bye, Paramithonuma. So I just wanted to comment.
Why do you own a bazooka? What are you, Texan?
No, he's a toad.
Meep's question wasn't, what are you doing with it? It's, why do you have it?
Why do you have? Are you Texan? And I say that having unironically seen a clip of someone who's from Texas be like, yeah. For like I was helping someone out with like a scene for like their music video, and they needed props, so I just brought my AT-4, which is basically a modern bazooka.
So I just want to comment something real quick. Bazooka is welcome to kill Russian bioweapons. Bruh.
I don't think a bazooka would be very effective against bioweapons.
I mean,
it's
a rocket. It's going to blow up on ragdolls.
Listen.
Of course, this man thinks of ragdolls. We're not in the
Human
Source
ragdoll.
Engine, Kane. We're in the real life.
That doesn't make it not funny.
True. Anyway,
one of my favorite memories of GTA was my sister getting tossed between friends using RPGs. Fucking hilarious.
You know what's actually like one of the big differences though between like the bazooka and the RPG. Like, the bazooka gets loaded from the back. The RPG
And the
gets
RPG
loaded
gets
from the
loaded from the front. Yep.
Yeah.
And they're both still recoilless weapons, which is something that games do not do.
No, they don't. It's just not done because big rocket must go foosh. No, that's why you have backblast. It has basically no recoil because.
But you burn the person behind you to a crisp if there's
Yeah.
there's someone behind you.
Yeah, and that's something
Russian
very
badger
few
is
games
something.
also take into account is that the backblast exists.
I'm just gonna check.
And whenever it does, people have so much fun with it.
Yeah. Battlefield 5 Russian badger video.
Casually checking the
180
front page of
delete.
YouTube for ideas.
I mean, there's one more thing in the idea box thing, but I'm saving that for Mina to be here. I'm not talking about the 1969 Easter Mass incident without Mina being here.
Okay. What? Anyway, I just wanted to do a small comment of, so you guys see how, Kane's in the middle right there, right? It has like,
Yes.
I'm talking, that is probably what I'm going to do with guests. I'm just going to ask them what their favorite Pokemon is, and ask them if they wanted to recolor it, what colors would they have, and do that.
Fair enough.
The other thing, though, we should probably figure out a way to do is have like something like in like maybe the bottom right corner, where we can like actually like put the memes we're talking about onto the screen so people can see them.
Yeah, I'm just checking the front page of YouTube for ideas.
For ideas for
Oh my
what?
fucking god. What is this? What am I looking at?
Oh god, what is this thing?
Hold on, I'll send it to the general chat. Why? Why is this a thing? I mean, call back to Mario 64, but...
So long, Bowser.
What am I looking at?
Ah, yes. Mario Rabbids. Of course. I'm not even surprised. It's Mario plus Rabbids. What do you expect?
But what did they do to King Babam?
They made him a mecha. Don't question the rabbits, Kane. You never question the rabbits.
I will question the rabbits, mostly.
Then you'll
because they
fall
brought
insane.
Rayman back.
You'll
Rayman
fall
is
insane.
officially in the Mario universe.
Raymond should be dead.
And they did the opposite to him.
They did Raymond dirty. They did Raymond dirty.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through the,
Also, we've been talking for 43 minutes. The time fucking flies. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. It was last. Was it last week? No, it was this week. I finished my. Wait, was it? Did I talk about this last week that I finished my internship?
I don't know.
I don't think so, but I finished my internship.
Neat.
Last Monday. I got paid. Fuck yeah.
So, I know we talked about regional variants, but they just popped up on my YouTube. Convergent Pokemon.
Ah, something like Wiglet.
Yes, Wiglet and Toadschool. Things that resemble older Pokemon, but are completely different.
Those I like.
I mean, they're just
I feel like
basically
that-
regional variants with extra steps.
That I feel like works better given the existing lore for regional variants. I feel like stuff like Wiglet is what they should have gone with.
Because Clodsire is basically
Yeah.
just Paldean Quagsire. Even if I like Clodsire, but it's basically just Paldean Quagsire.
To be
with
honest,
extra steps.
About the topics that I have for that, I wanted to also talk about what you guys would do for regional variants, or in this case, convergence too.
No fucking clue.
Like what?
Something
like,
for Absol.
What would you? I mean, what would you hope to see, and how would you make it make sense?
You know what I'd like to see make a return, actually, unironically?
What?
one of the features from Gen 6 was you could restyle the poodle Pokemon. Like that, but for more Pokemon.
Oh,
so
you
kind
mean
of
Furfru?
being able to. I think
Yeah.
that's actually coming back.
I mean, because
I-
Furfru
I'd
is
like-
coming back.
I'd like to see that for like some other Pokemon.
Makes sense.
Like some of the popular ones that are the more pet
Pikachu.
style. Not
Like
Pikachu.
how creamy with its different decorations.
Kind of,
But
yeah.
you
Like-
would be able to change.
I'm thinking like honestly mainly Eevee, but
Pikachu and Eevee. They
Eevee-
did that in
Eevee-
Let's Go Pikachu and
I'd
Eevee.
take Eevee's right up there with Charizard with getting too much attention.
And honestly, I'm so happy about it. Fuck Charizard, I fucking love Eevee.
we
Charizard
Eevee
needs
game.
Charizard needs to go to the corner and think about what it did.
Meanwhile,
needs to
Meowth and Slowpoke. People always shit on Charizard,
You know
Eevee,
something
Pikachu.
I wanna see?
Yeah?
I want Nintendo to finally get around to addressing how the hell heights work for some of the Pokemon.
Yeah,
True.
that's
Some of them are simple enough. Like the bipedal Pokemon, easy enough. The serpent Pokemon, simple enough. But like the
Furry.
Pokemon like V,
I think they're using what we do in real
Yeah.
life, which is from the tip of the nose to the end of the tail.
that's the ones where the heights that is actually their length, like Dragonite. But I'm talking about like, for example, Venusaur. Venusaur, I think its official Pokedex entries, it's like 6'3" or something for its height. Is
Because
that
of the tree.
where is that 6'3" measurement taken?
From its feet to the top of the tree.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it's a tree, it's more a flower.
Well, the
It's
thing is,
it's big enough to be a tree.
the question I have, Kane, though, is in the real world, do you know how quadrupedal creatures are generally measured?
I just said it. From the tip of the nose to the end of the tail.
No. No, the height of things like horses and dogs
That thing
Is
Surprisingly.
done-
Is
is
it
done
how much?
at
Is it how
shoulder.
tall they are when they sit or something?
Up to the
No.
shoulder?
at the shoulder.
So what, you just avoid the head?
Okay then.
Yeah, you just avoid the head because animals won't stand up straight properly. So does that mean So would Venusaur's measurement be to the top of the flower, or is that like 6'3" measurement at its shoulder?
It would be up to the flower because Venusaur's head don't really move much anyway.
Irrelevant. The
Irrelevant.
point I'm trying to make, Kane, is depending on where Pokemon like Venusaur's measurement is actually supposed to be, with how it's done. Venusaur particularly changes in size drastically.
Yeah, because if it's 6'3", it's a bit taller than I am from the tip of the. If it's 6'3" to the shoulder, that bit's gigantic because it doesn't have a lot of shoulder. Venusaur, to be more exact.
The other thing to keep in mind is Blastoise and Charizard are both the same height. Venusaur's official height is 1 foot taller.
Let's
If
go.
it's at the
Because of the
shoulder,
flower.
Venusaur is at least double the height of Charizard and Blastoise.
That's because of the flower.
Yeah, in part because of the flower, but the point
And
stands.
that thing is huge.
Venusaur should be an absolute unit.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'll be honest, I personally prefer the idea of Venusaur being fucking huge.
Okay, no, you know what? Another Pokemon? Torterra.
Torterra,
Yeah.
Torterra too.
Oh, I got a gripe with that. I
Torterra
got
is
a
an
gripe
absolute
with
unit.
Torterra.
It literally has Pokemon living in it.
Yeah.
Guys, I do in fact have a gripe with Torterra.
Detective Pikachu movie.
Ow.
Torterra.
No, I'm not talking about that. In fact, my gripe is pretty much the opposite. Alpha Torterra looks how normal Torterra should look. And Alpha Torterra is supposed to be double the size you can find the normal ones.
Actually, you know what? Torterra is a Pokemon that I feel like is one of the kinds of Pokemon that, even though usually I feel like regional variants should be like the base of the whole thing, Torterra is one I feel like could work a lot more
Rose tree.
by just replacing what kind of trees on its back.
Yeah. Yeah,
That could
people
be
were
cool.
putting
Imagine a cherry blossom.
cherry blossoms
We
on it.
Like
literally
cherry-
thought the
cherry
same thing.
blossom, or then the other thing you could do is,
Hey,
man,
no, you take that back. What did Venusaur do to you?
Venusaur
leave,
is just really good.
leave Bulby Boy out of this.
We are Venusaur enjoyers in this group. At least I am.
I will always choose Bulbasaur over Squirtle and Charmander.
Leech
Always.
Seed.
I will
Toxic.
usually choose Bulbasaur over the other two, but sometimes I will choose the others, just to spice it up, just so it isn't the same always.
You know what I miss? The rivals actually going out of their way to get the advantage.
Yeah.
You know something I want to.
I was so tempted when I started my grass only challenge that I wanted to grab the starter that would give my rival the fire type, just so that they had an advantage.
So Quaxley.
One of the things I do
Yes.
think that that kind of worked as a variant on that was how they had Hop, how he has the starter week 2, but he ends up taking the evolution that would be strong. Except
That's
it's
how,
less,
not Hop.
one that's I don't know. That guy. The thing is though, that's less impactful because by that point in the game, you'll have like a wider team composition. So it's like kind of defeats the purpose, but like whatever. I did like though in the original Sun and Moon. I like how, because they have the Professor be the champion, how he has the third starter Pokemon, which then means the Professor has the starter Pokemon that's strong against you.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
Clavel has
they
the
did that in Sword and Shield too. The champion has the third starter Pokemon in Sword and Shield.
Yeah, Leon has the other starter Pokemon, and in Scarlet and Violet, spoilers. This game's come out for nearly half a year. Clavel has the other starter.
I like how that's become a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't just get left in Professor Oak's lab to never be seen again.
Fucking meme of Bulbasaur compiling up bodies in the corner.
Piling up bodies because Toxic plus Leech Seed is an incredible combo.
No, I mean there's a meme of just a pile of Bulbasaur corpses in Oak's lab.
Because no one picks Bulbasaur, even though it's the literal best starter in the game. Not for speedrunning, that's Squirtle, but I personally think for casual runs and Nuzlocke, Bulbasaur is the best. It's the best Pokemon.
You know what's another like good thing though from Pokemon from like Gen 9? Freaking like Penny's battle theme.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, they got
Okay, hold on.
Two things that Gen 9 got right: textures and music.
Two?
Yes, they got textures
Only
right.
two?
Jimmy, even
They
you
had
have to
opposing
admit
characters
there are
and
a lot of downsides to Gen 9.
Look, I haven't played a new Pokemon game since technically Gen 8, but I'm not going to count BDSP because that game is shit. Haven't played a game since Gen 7. This game is a fucking banger. There's a reason I have over 800 hours on it.
Alright, Jimmy, I'll explain my biggest gripe with it then.
Okay.
Because you didn't play Sword and Shield, so I
didn't.
understand.
I'm not, and I do
Sword
not
and
play. I did not
Shield.
play Sword and Shield, and I will not
Alright.
have an opinion on it. I'm very clear on that.
Let me explain my gripe with it then.
Okay.
Gen 9's world feels barren. In Gen 8, while it didn't have overworld shinies, it would spawn actual hordes of Pokemon that didn't despawn on a radius.
Okay, I can see that. You can also
So-
okay. Hold on. So
They didn't have the behavior, but they had the number.
that makes sense. You also have in mind that this isn't shitting or anything. You have to also have in mind that this game is just full open world. Gen 8 wasn't.
It is,
It had
and I
open
get
world
that.
areas, but it wasn't full open world.
I get that, but they still could have kept the numbers if they were gonna keep the radius anyway.
I mean, I don't feel it's barren. I'm constantly, smacking into other Pokemon when I'm hatching eggs and going to raids, and I'm always when I take a moment, I see like a bunch of Pokemon around me.
Alright, but everything outside of your radius, even the grass, disappears.
Yeah, I have noticed that. The grass suddenly appears. Also, low poly Pokemon sometimes is very funny to encounter.
Low poly Pokemon are actually a good way to see what they're if they're shiny or not.
5-frame walk animation.
Oh, and not only
Yeah, that's the thing in
frame,
Legends
also the
Arceus.
wobbling around when they
Yep.
place.
Wobbling around its thing.
Something I feel like they
quality
did very
animation-
right. Sorry.
Low quality animations is actually something in Legends Arceus. If they're at the very edge of your radius, then they get choppy animations.
I mean, it makes sense. It's so it doesn't use more memory. But something that I don't think you've mentioned that I feel like it is largely underappreciated. The rivals in this generation, there has not been a better set of rivals since Gen 5. And I'm not speaking about Gen 5 Black and White. I'm speaking about N. Because Hugh is a one-note character, and I hate him. He is super uninteresting, and I do not want to deal with him.
I will say, in terms of rivals, Gen 8 had the potential, but they let it go too easily. Because Hop didn't live up to his potential, but because of the story, there was another trainer who became a gym leader at the end that was all attitude. And I enjoyed cutting down his psychic type team with an axe.
Bede actually is the characterization of a rival.
Yeah.
Bede is a bitch. Also,
Yeah.
okay, I like
I'll
Marnie.
be real. When I got the Axew for my team on my stream file, I was like, oh, dark moves. Oh, beautiful.
I mean, the other thing with Hop though is I basically breezed through Gen 8 pretty easily. And Hop especially was like so easy that it's just like he's trying so hard to like try to be like, oh yeah, I'm getting stronger. Alright, guy, I'm beating you easier and easier every time you show up, and I'm not even level grinding.
Man, imagine if Hop had a King Gambit.
Something funny is that Hop
Then
has
you
has a literal character crisis. He doesn't know what Pokemons to have. Because of how easily you're beating him.
Yeah, he has several, if I'm being honest.
Also, I'm gonna be honest, in my Gen 8 run that I did, I didn't actually use the gimmick in the final battle against Leon.
Based.
I used it every so often.
Well, the thing is, I meant to, but the thing is, I didn't realize you can't Dynamax Eternatus.
Oh yeah, no, they complete. I see. Yeah, I have a gripe with Eternatus with that. They took away Eternatus's Gigantamax, even though it's not only had its own form, but it had its own label too.
And also its own stats. It wasn't just more HP.
The special form for Eternatus is called
base stats.
The special form for Eternatus is called Eternamax. And that's a badass name for a Gigantamax.
That is a banger name, yeah.
And funny thing about that actually is if you have somebody give you an Eternatus for that fight, you can one-shot it.
Lamau.
Because its signature move does more damage to Dynamax Pokemon.
Yep.
Ah.
Also, I did like that they made it so Leon has special dialogue if you have Eternatus in your team when you fight him.
Really? I never noticed that because I took him anyway.
Ever since like Gen
Pokemon games like hiding secret dialogues that you can only trigger in specific ways. Like there's a secret dialogue for a shiny Beldum that you could only get through an event in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And I forgot his name.
Steven Stone?
No, the guy that runs Silphco or whatever.
That's his father.
If you bring it to his father, then he takes a second to acknowledge that you have it.
I still think one of my favorite is the guy that gives you the float stone. Then when you reload the area, his
Oh
mom is
my
replaced
God.
by a fat guy.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and then I found it
That's
on
very
YouTube.
funny.
He's like, where did all this weight come from?
I've been feeling a lot heavier lately. It's almost like I gave you the stone that reduces weight.
But yeah, I've genuinely, like, Gen 7 was okay. I had fun with it. Gen 6 was shit. I haven't played Gen 8,
like
like proper Gen 8, Sword and Shield, and Legends Arceus. So Gen 9 for me has been a massive hit of fresh air.
Yeah, Gen 9 is
they
a
buffed
hit
Gallade,
of
that's
fresh
all
air,
I care about.
definitely.
They buffed Gallade in Gen 9, that's all I care about.
True.
Oh. Dude,
They gave
that ability they gave
it's
it,
not terrible.
dude, sharpness as an ability, they gave it to Hisui Samurai. And it works on its signature move that already has a buffed crit rate and lays down spikes when you hit the enemy.
Yep.
They did not
They
need-
gave Gallade sharpness 5. It's great.
Wow.
Also, something that I
Actually,
really liked from Sky and Violet that I'm pretty certain is not going to happen again. Paradox
What?
Pokemon.
It could happen again.
It's basically
Would
what
be
it is.
very
Jimmy,
rarely.
It's Gen 9's version of Ultra Beasts.
Yeah, kind of.
And it's based. I fucking love Paradox Pokemon. Like,
From
I
my
couldn't
understanding,
really care less for most of the
basically-
Ultra Beasts.
From my understanding, the like popularity of it is like the past Pokemon are basically everyone says that those are better, except Iron
They
Valiant.
are.
Iron Valiant was good.
Yeah, alright.
I'm going to be honest with you, I personally prefer mostly the future Paradox Pokemon.
I do not, because they all look just machine.
That's why! I love robots!
I will
but
say though,
it gets boring when it's literally just all robot.
Look,
Shiny
Iron
Iron
Hands
is
is the man. I love the only Paradox Pokemon that I do not like, that I prefer the Scarlet version, is the Volcarona one, because Slitherwing is the single best Scarlet Paradox Pokemon. It's even better than Roaring Moon. Fight me.
I don't know about that one. Because Roaring
Give
Moon
me
specifically
the
calls
be-
out
better-
Mega Evolution.
The better
Roaring
shiny
Moon
Iron
is boring.
No,
Hot
it
take.
isn't. It's
is.
literally a callback to Mega Evolution.
That's why
In the
it's
text.
boring. Mecha Salamence is a boring ass fucking design.
No, it isn't. It's awesome.
Normal
And it also
Salamence is
had
so
a
much
kick-ass-
better.
Dude, it had a kick-ass ability too. It turned
Aerialite,
normal
yeah.
into flying types.
Aerialite was was a banger. It's the same as
Family
Glaciate.
is very good. It's Glaciate, and I think there's Pixelate as well,
Pixelate.
which is Sylveon's hidden
Pixelate,
ability.
Normalized, Glaciate, and Aerialite.
On that topic, Berserker kind of pissed me off with his hidden ability. It's called Steely Spirit, and all it does is buff steel moves. Why didn't it turn normal moves steel? Why couldn't we get a steel type Payday?
Why isn't Payday Steel type? That is a brilliant question.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
that's a good point. That would make sense.
You're
Payday
throwing metal
should be a Steel
coins
type.
at
No,
the
you know
enemy.
why? Okay, you know why it's normal type? So
Because
Meowth can half stab. I'm pretty sure it's because of that.
You know
Yeah.
what? That actually makes sense.
Because if not, it would be
doesn't-
Steel
It
type.
doesn't make it any more acceptable though.
Yeah. Also, make it rain. Oh my god, I saw a meme the other day, and it's like, am I really
Payday.
Goldangle looking at doing the Mr. Crap meme? Am I really going to lower my special attack for money? Yes. And it's because of
Just
Make It Rain.
realized that Make It Rain versus Payday is the new Magikarp versus Metapod.
No.
Magic versus Feebas.
Yeah, because you're throwing money at each other.
I made it.
Oh,
Make
you
It Rain
know-
is
you know
just
what?
the
Never
far
mind.
superior move, though.
One of my favorite, like, just like 3-panel comics I've ever seen is it's like Tony Stark and it's Iron Man and Batman, and it's like just Bat's Iron Man, and then they start throwing money at each other, And Spider-Man starts picking it up off the ground because Spider-Man is forever broke. Except for the times when he's not.
Except for the times when Iron Man's like, here, have an upgrade.
No, except for those times where it's later in the timeline and he's like actually started his own company
Oh, that's
and
nice.
he actually gets money. That's the thing.
Oh, here's a topic. Lazy Pokemon designs.
Oh, there are
Relax.
plenty.
Fucking Flamigo.
I like Flamigo. It looks like a boxing glove.
I do... Dude, it's literally just...
Voltorb.
Take
Have you
Hawlucha,
not realized...
make it a Flamingo, and remove its unique move.
Flying Press is actually a move that I feel like could have had potential because I think it's the only dual type move.
It is. It's the only dual type move.
It gets
It's not the
double
only
snap.
one with dual weather implications, but it is the only dual type move. Because there are other attacks that can be used, like Hydro Steam. It can be used both in rain and daylight.
In Sun, yeah. Which is a brand new move, right? It's only on
Yeah.
Walking Wake.
Yep, it's Walking Wake's signature.
Speaking of, I personally do not like Walking Wake.
Yeah, it could have been better. My
Suicune
my
looks
problem.
so much better. Suicune, like if you put Iron Leaves and Virizion side by side, I'm like, I can take either. But if you put me Walking Wake and Suicune, I'm taking Suicune every day of the week.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I really would have preferred it if they would have just kept the feline nature of Suicune.
Instead of making it a raptor, which is the reason why I don't like 90% of
Everybody
most of the past Paradox Pokemon. They'll look prehistoric. They'll look like dinosaur era Pokemon, which is the same problem people have with the future Paradox Pokemon, which are all robots. And I hate to just shut up about this. I prefer the robot style Pokemon over the prehistoric style Pokemon.
I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna clarify something. The whole thing about Paradox Pokemon being the official label is that they're not supposed to exist in the first place.
True.
It doesn't mean that they're necessarily from the past or future. It means that something got fucked up and they're not supposed to be here.
Like Mewtwo.
Yes, it's like Mewtwo, but worse.
It's Mewtwo but worse, yeah.
That's genocide.
On that topic, Silvally. My
Of course,
beloved.
Silvally.
I love Silvally. Silvally was one of my most used Pokemon in Gen 8 because you got one at the end of the game.
Silvally is Arceus gone wrong. It's Tesco
So
value. It's
Silvally
Tesco
is
value of Arceus.
Savale is literally bootleg Arceus.
It's Wish.com
But it looks
Arceus.
so much cooler.
It's Wish.com Arceus.
It's
I love.
yes,
Okay,
it is
funny
Wish
thing I just
Arceus.
realized. Funny thing I just realized. Meep, how do you pronounce the name of God?
I pronounce it Arceus because that's how it was done in the American version of the dub.
I pronounce it Arceus.
I go either way with it.
It's very funny to see people just throwing at each other's throats for that.
Yeah.
Because
like-
I think there was like at first it was gonna be Arceus, and then they changed it to Arceus because of the British.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, me in Spain, Arceus, and then I translated into English, Arceus.
You
Makes
know
sense.
something else I want to see come back?
Go ahead.
Rival species that aren't forced. Like, they gave Scolipede a rival in Centiskorch, and they didn't really need to.
No, it wasn't
I feel like that
Centiskorch.
was-
like
I don't think it
how
was Centiskorch. Wasn't it
Meggy's
Golisopod?
No, it is Centiskorch. They battle over territory, and the winner eats.
I'm pretty sure it's Golisopod. I'm pretty sure I saw this
No.
on our YouTube video, and it's Scorpion and
it's-
Golisopod.
No, it's in their dex entries.
Can you check? Just in case.
It is. I've read it multiple times.
Just in case.
Let me pull up Scolipede.
Also, isn't it? I think it's
Alright, here you
Quaquaval.
go.
Quackala and Serena have a fierce battle over each other as well, which I find hilarious.
Alright, here you go, Jimmy. Check DMs.
Come. The fact that the gender dog and the queen Pokemon have rivalries over each other is hilarious.
There you go.
Here's something completely different. Have you guys seen the cursed Halo mod?
No, because I don't do anything to do with
I don't really
Halo.
touch Halo.
Well,
I grew up with
but
PlayStation.
it's what it is.
I grew up with Nintendo.
Some absolute evil man has done this like 4 times now, I think, just iterating on how cursed can I make Halo combat evolved. And
Oh, God.
let me tell you, he has made some really cursed shit. Like one of the things in the most recent, it's comical, just watching some of the stuff that's been made. For example, you've got at multiple points, Master Chief just finds some duct tape and duct tapes the Halo CE Magnum to his legs and to his helmet.
Because of course, it's the Halo Magnum. It's a Halo 1 Magnum pistol. That's
Yeah,
so
the
cute
Halo
as
1
fuck.
Magnum uses it to double jump by shooting the floor.
Oh,
Four
okay.
Halo 1 Magnums on the ends of his legs. And then there's like a
I'm
Kung Fu upgrade.
You know, this reminds me of the
Yeah.
Lythero clip of SpongeBob. And it's one of the people in the lobby going, oh, okay, it's gonna be one of those days. That's
Yeah.
what you're reminding me of by saying Master Chief tapes guns to his feet and head.
Yeah, to unlock special abilities.
Funny.
The other thing that he did in like the most recent version is implemented a version of one of his other mods into the campaign by letting you just Halo Mario Kart.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, I think I got something.
Just because.
Hey, me.
Yep.
This is something I'm specifically gonna ask you because it revolves around Gallade. Would you like to see more male-specific gender evolutions for those who have only gotten female forms?
I feel like that kind of split thing works. I think there's some very good ones of those. Obviously, Gallade works well. For
Yes, that.
I'm
like,
asking
for
this
example, like a
because-
Salazzle, like a different
Yeah.
Salazzle, or a
Like,
different
I don't think
Combi.
Salazzle would work though. I've
I
always
do
been on the
think-
fence. I
no,
don't think
let
it
me-
would work.
Hold on. Jimmy, let me explain how it would work. The male would turn physical offensive, and it would be like the males that turn to alphas, which become immune to the females.
I don't know.
Don't think it would work.
It would
Lore
work,
has
because
actually
it-
been 10 for 20 years.
It could work. It's just they have to execute it right. Because
The thing is, Kane, do you have faith that the Pokemon Company can do that?
yes,
No.
I do because
I
they've
don't.
done it with several other things. Like Gallade did not need to happen, but they decided to let it happen.
They did Gallade. They also did Combi in the same generation, though.
True. They also did Combi in the same generation.
Combi was a big troll
But-
if you
but-
didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Also,
the
shoutouts
ones
to
in Dark-
Munchlax for being the single hardest Pokemon ever to find in Gen 4, and me just casually finding one day randomly. I find a 1% Munchlax, which, by the way, appear only in certain trees, depending on your secret ID and your trainer ID. So no one has the same spawns of Munchlax, and it's a 1% spawn rate.
Damn.
Munchlax is single-handedly the hardest Pokemon to hunt. Not even
you bring
shiny.
You bringing up Combi kind of pisses me off because of Legends Arceus. I got a full odds shiny Combi in the mail.
Lamau.
Lamau.
Like, it really upset me. But I also got a full odds shiny Togetic, so.
Well, on the topic of shinies, the freaking shiny Iron Valiant.
Yes.
That one looks good.
No,
I have a few problems with shinies.
no, shiny
But
Iron Valiant. Why did they just unpaint it?
that's what all the future paradoxes look like. A
True.
shiny.
I mean,
That's crazy.
Iron Valiant, I personally think Iron Valiant looks great chrome. There are other
mean,
Paradox
that's not
Pokemon that
bad.
don't look good chrome.
Yeah.
Iron Moth is the best example because he barely changes. But Iron Thorns looks absolutely metal as hell, shiny, with it being chrome.
It would be better if they didn't do subtle changes to the energy. If they actually did big changes.
The fact is though, Kane, as while I admit the just shiny chromed Iron Valiant looks good, the fact is the ones where it's mixing the shiny Gallade and Gardevoir colors I think just looks better.
I just overall have a problem with the
I
future
just
paradox
put a
forms.
picture of that in the images chat.
You're
I
a
just
Scarlet
think it
player,
looks
shut up. Of course you have problems. You're a Scarlet player, of course you have problems with future Paradox Pokemon, you paleontologic monkey brained.
Tell me right now that Iron Shreds is better than Great Tusk.
Yeah. Because then it can
No.
actually roll!
Oh, barrel roll.
That
It
don't make
actually
it
rolls!
better.
It's a wheel! That's the
That
entire
thing-
purpose of
that thing-
that's the entire purpose of Dumbfan. If you not make
Jimmy,
it
I
go
got-
spin,
Jimmy,
it
I got
loses
one
its
word.
purpose.
Jimmy, I got one word. Baywheel.
What?
It would not surprise me if nobody even knows what that is.
Is it something to do with Michael Bay?
No. There's a version of Beyblade that has wheels instead.
What?
What?
The Baywheel. It was an actual thing.
Bruh.
How did the parting of the Red Sea work in that one?
I don't know.
The only Paradox Pokemon I will pass you through as better than its bio counterpart is Slitherwing, mainly because that's just the best Paradox Pokemon, period. Big fluffy moth that stands up and beats your ass is the best.
It's
I named
Mothman.
I named
It's
my-
Mothman. It's encrypted, Jimmy. It all makes sense now.
Meep suddenly pulling the Charlie Day. Fucking.
So, right now, Jimmy, and I guess Meep too, which, for both of them, past and future, which ones do you dislike most?
I'll be honest. I've never played Gen 9, so I don't really care. I just know Iron Valiant.
I mean,
Mostly
for the one that-
past.
I mean, here, hold on. No, that's not what I asked, Jimmy.
Honestly, okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I legitimately considered trying to get a new thing to change my whole vibe from Gallade to Iron Valiant. I legitimately considered
Hold
it.
on, Meep. I
But
got
all
hold on.
my stuff's already set up to be Gallade, so.
There you go. There's. The
Dude,
tab.
but you
all
being a
my-
Glade fits, though.
There's a link so you can look at all of them.
What should
My-
I Iron Valiant?
I'm gonna answer the question myself so that Jimmy actually understands the question this time.
Where do you post it? Where did you post it?
You just
I sent it to Meep because he hasn't played the games.
You just DM.
You can post the image to me too.
It's
You
not
know?
an image, it's a link to the Paradox page on Bulbapedia
Ah,
so that he can look at the list.
can you pass
My
in the link
biggest-
though?
Alright, hold on. Yeah. There you go. So, to answer the question myself, so that you have an idea of what I meant, because I see it flew over your head a little. I greatly dislike Brute Bonnet, and I greatly dislike Iron Jugulis. Those are
Oh.
the two Paradox forms that I dislike most.
Okay, so you're talking about from each side. Which one do you dislike
Yes.
the most?
From
Okay.
each side.
Sandy Shock's Iron Moth.
Alright, I can respect that.
Shandy Socks sucks. At least Brute Bonnet
Shandy
is
Socks.
funny.
Jimmy brain
I,
skip a
I
beat
mean,
for a
the
second.
thing is also though, Kane, Fluttermane is like they didn't even change anything. They just like
Yeah,
made
but
Mr.
they changed.
Previous wispy
They
bit
gave it a.
longer.
Yeah, but they gave it a good typing.
Also, it's busted as fuck.
Okay. I mean,
But
Sandy Shocks looks dumb. Walking Wake looks dumb. The scaling of the items on the Bulbapedia site looks dumb.
What?
Fluttermane, I feel like they didn't do very. Yeah, the scaling things, at least for me, isn't scaled right for some reason.
what are you talking about right now? What items?
Like when I scroll down to the base stats comparison, it goes over the side of like the vertical bar for me.
Oh, this is much easier. Okay. Okay,
Yeah, they
and then I'm going to ask you this, Kane. Favorite Paradox forms?
Are we counting the legendaries?
Seriously? You mean Miraidon and Koraidon, or
Yes.
no?
Okay. Uh,
Also, I generally prefer
I'm gonna-
Miraidon or Koraidon.
I'm gonna have to go Iron Thorns and Roaring Moon
Okay, respectable.
because they're pseudo legendaries.
Respectable. Slitherwing, Iron Valiant. Iron Jugulis is a second. I love Iron Jugulis. I love my happy little Mecha High Dragon.
Honestly,
It's-
I like Iron Moth, Iron Thorns, and Iron Valiant and Koraidon, and that's about it. I don't really like most of them.
You don't like Iron Hands?
No,
I don't like
Trash.
Iron Hands either. It's just I dislike it less than I
I
dislike
don't
Iron
dislike
Dragon.
Iron Hands, but
Kane, do you dislike Iron Hands less because of Handy Dandy?
No, I dislike it
Damn
because
it!
it's just Hariyama. There's nothing really unique about it.
And Screamtail is
Literally
also
just it.
just Jigglypuff, but Screamtail was funny as hell because he has a mohawk.
Alright, but Jimmy, they attack in the exact same way, and there's nothing to make it distinctly different other than being a robot.
I still feel like most of the past Paradox Pokemon look dumb.
They're supposed to look the way they do. They're past Paradox Pokemon.
Same goes with the future ones. But yet people always shit on the future ones because they look like robots. Meanwhile, the past Paradox Pokemon all look like
I
they
shit
come
on
from the
them
dinosaur era, and no one says a thing about it.
Do you know why I'm gonna shit on the future ones, but not the past ones?
Because you're a Scarlet
the future
player.
ones. No, because they all look the exact same in terms of design. They're all machines.
And the other ones are all dinosaur era. It's the point
No,
of
they
it.
aren't.
Yes, they are!
They're not just dinosaur era. They look.
Fluttermane is
distinctly
literally a
different from each
pterodactyl
other.
ghost.
Jimmy, they all look distinctly different from each other. They're not just all made out of metal with glowing energy.
well, I like that vibe. I'm gonna be honest.
There's nothing wrong with liking that vibe. I'm saying that's why I dislike the future ones.
Also, Miraidon
Because
is
they have-
cooler
they
than
have a
Koraidon,
feat.
fight me.
Iron
Look!
Bundle's pretty cringe though.
Yeah, I don't like
Iron Bundle is cringe.
Bundle.
We all agree that Iron Bundle is cringe because it's too overpowered.
Iron Bundle should have been. That position should have been given to something more deserving.
I think it's a funny Pokemon. But it's way too
Like-
strong. It's
like,
like
Delhi-
the illusion of free choice, OU. Meanwhile, Iron Bundle, you go straight to Woovers. Delaware, you go straight to NU.
Something else I would have liked them to not change is Battle Bond.
Yeah, because they're gonna
I don't
make
think they should
freaking
have
Jack-
implemented to begin with.
I have no idea if you guys even know what I'm referring to.
Yes, there's no more Ash Greninja. Oops.
Yeah. The original effect of Battle Bond would turn it into Ash Greninja, and now it just gives.
I feel like Ash Greninja was stupid.
I mean, as much as it was cool to see a tie-in between the games and anime.
I mean, true. he's not wrong.
Also, while we're talking about favorites, favorite mythical from your favorite game.
I cannot tell you mythicals. I like way too many mythical Pokemon. I can tell you
your
regular
favorite
legendary though.
mythical I mean, what mythical from your favorite generation do you prefer over the others?
You fucking kidding me? There's 2 of them. Either in Gen 4 or Gen 5, there's 2 mythical Pokemon that I love, and they're both the small ones, which is either Manaphy or Shaymin, or Victini and Meloetta.
Because, using Gen 6 as my example, I know you say it's a bad generation, but the mythicals aren't all that bad.
When mythicals
Koopa
are in Gen 6 again?
Koopa, Diancie, and Volcanion.
Volcanion cringe. I hate Hoopa because of Unite. The Answer's the only decent one.
What about the robot one?
Magirna's Gen 7.
Magirna is Gen 7,
Oh,
just like Zeraora.
If we go through generations.
Yeah, if we're going through generations, Mew has no competition, literally.
Same with Celebi.
Yep, Gen 3
Jirachi.
originally had some competition because Deoxys could only be encountered through event.
I mean, and it's still only 1 per save file, and it's still sort of mythical.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that in Gen 3 specifically, it was between the 2. But
Also,
when
wouldn't
Gen 6
technically be... Eon? Could you encounter... No, yeah, you could encounter Eon Pokemon normally. You couldn't encounter the other one.
What?
I was thinking about Latios and Latias, and never mind. Just
Those
rambling.
are post-game legendaries.
Which is actually where my argument for Deoxys comes in, because it's no longer technically a mythical.
But back in Gen 3 it was. So let's go through
Yeah.
generations in particular. Let's not go through games that are remakes. Let's just go through the original ones.
Yeah. So Gens 1 to 3 kind of have no competition.
Which is great because they're great. I love Mew, I love Celebi, I love Jirachi.
Gen
I love all the small
4
small mythicals.
Gen 4 is when they actually started making the competition for this.
DNA was cringe.
Shaman.
Who? Hold on, me? Who?
Manaphy, we had Manaphy, and then you get Fiona, which is just cringe. It's just.
I mean, yeah, I don't really count Fiona as a mythical, because you could get those in like troves. Also, the event for Manaphy in Rangers was actually really cool, and I did it. I did it on my actual copy of Pokemon Ranger because of the DNS exploit. Because people have opened DNS servers for people with DSs in order to communicate with the internet. And I've used Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 4 and Gen 5 games to connect to the internet, and I think that's amazing.
Neat. So Gen 5, Genesect.
We haven't yet finished Gen 4 though.
You're the only one who has an answer for Gen 4.
How am I the only one?
Because we both already answered.
What did you answer?
I answered Shaman.
Excuse me, you answered what?
Shaman.
I thought you said Shaman, and I'm like, excuse me, it's Shaman. And what did Meep answer? Because I did not hear Meep's answer.
He repeated it just so you could.
I did not hear him.
All I said was Fiona is cringe.
Yeah, all he
What?
said is Fiona's cringe.
No, well, I mean, he did say that, but you said you preferred the other one.
I'll be honest. The only like of the mythicals I feel particularly strongly about is Victini because I like Victini.
I love the fact that
I mean,
Victini is labeled as number 1 in the Gen 5 decks.
No, it's not. It's labeled
Yes,
as
it
number
is.
zero.
It's labeled 000.
Oh, I mean, fair enough, but it's still first place in the decks. Also, I'm gonna take my headphones off for a second.
Gen 4 for me is a tie between Manaphy and Shaman. Because I don't really think strongly about Darkrai. The movie didn't really do much for me. Same with Arceus. But like the Shaming movie and the Manaphy movie are actually banger movies. Gen 5, I have the same issue. I fucking love Victini.
Gen
But I
5
also
is
love
easily
Meloetta.
Genesect.
Genesis
For me,
4.
for me, Gen 5 is easily Genesect.
Keldeo's movie was boring as shit. And Kelly in general is just meh. I'd rather have the original 3. For me, it's either Victini or Meloetta because Gen 6 is also kind of boring. It's just future Kabutops. Gen 6, there's only one real answer, which is Diancie.
What?
I mean,
Sorry.
Gen 6 is easily Hoopa for me because you can't blame
Hoopla!
Unite for something. Literally can't blame Unite for Hoopa because
I
Hoopa
will!
appeared during the 3DS.
I will blame Hoopa from Unite. Because
You
Hoopa
cannot
is
because
a
it
blood
came
up
out
piece
way
of
before
shit.
that was even a thing.
What
So
about
that-
Hoopa?
What do you think?
Hoopa is a Pokemon on Pokemon Unite, and Jimmy has a grudge against it.
Okay.
I have a grudge against
Eh.
Ghost Pokemon in general in Pokemon Unite because 90% of Pokemon that are
Joke's on
Ghost
you.
typing Unite are fucking stupid.
Joke's on you. Special form, the Unbound Hoopa is Psychic Dark, not Psychic Ghost.
The reason I don't like Hoopa is Hoopa's
Bye!
movie was so just ridiculously overhyped.
I mean,
And then it's just a chase scene for 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, also the
would've
Hoopa
been-
movie sucked.
It would have been
Yeah.
nice to see the legendaries duking it out.
I mean, they titled it the Clash of Ages and it's just a chase scene.
I will
And then-
say
and
they
literally
started
have
off
Arceus
strong.
show up. And then they teased that Arceus was going to show up, and all he does is Deus Ex Machina Ashed out of this problem at the end. That's all he does.
To be honest, the movie started strong with Unbound Hoopa fighting the legendaries in 1v1, but then it
True.
kind of started falling off.
The Regigiga sound effects in that
Fucking
movie.
hilarious. Sad computer noises.
Anime Reggie noises are the best. I love the
They
anime
are.
Reggie.
They're great.
They got them right.
So I'm
They're-
gonna BRB
Alright.
dinner.
So-
You two distract
only-
chat for a while.
The
Oh,
only
okay.
thing that gets anywhere close to the Reggies in terms of anime
Gus
sound
Lord in the
design
anime.
is Guzzlord. Yes, is Guzzlord. This is literally just a guy screaming.
Alright, that one's kind of funny, yeah.
I mean, Cortana is just the guy speaking backwards, but Guzzlord is just ah!
Yeah, that one's great. For Gen
It's just
7,
one soundbite over and over again of just a guy screaming. It's
to be
hilarious.
honest, Gen 7, as much as I love Melmetal, Zero Aura.
Meh.
Do you know what Zero Aura's signature move does?
Something with electric terrain, I think.
No. It turns all normal type moves on the field electric type. And its only ability is Volt Absorb.
Oh, okay.
So, if you're fighting normal types, you're turning the enemy against themselves.
Incredible. I'm gonna be honest. Jimmy picked a really awkward time to leave because
Yeah, he
I was
did.
gonna suggest we wind it down. So that's suboptimal.
Do you have a preferred Gen 7 mythical?
Gen 7. What's the Gen 7 mythical list?
Zero Aura, Magearna, and Melmetal. Or Meltan, because same
I
evolution.
guess Zero Aura.
Gen 8 didn't really have that much competition either. Because I think the only actual mythical in Gen 8 is Zarude. It's not that bad of a mythical. Because it's Grass Dark, Big Monkey, and its signature is a
Return to
healing move.
Monkey. There's lots of monkey in Gen 8.
Yeah, kinda.
Is that a comment on the British?
I don't know. Wait, the British?
Yeah,
It-
Gen 8
it-
is set in England. Galar is the island of Great Britain.
I guess.
And then for DLC, you get to go to Scotland and the Isle of Man.
I guess since we're gonna have to wait for Jimmy anyway, do you have favorite legendaries from those DLCs?
I didn't play them.
Urshifu, Single Strike and Multi-Strike, and Calyrex, Glastrier, or Spectrier.
The Calyrex one where it's actually on the horse or whatever. I thought
Those
that
are-
was kind of interesting.
Those are fusions like Kieran.
I thought it was kind of interesting, mainly in the fact that they let you have both of the abilities, but
Yeah. Unnerve really ain't that good of an ability, though.
yeah, Unnerve's not very good. Better than the original Sturdy,
Okay,
though.
he used to do.
The original Sturdy was kind of shit, if we're being honest.
Okay. I adore Multi-Strike Urshifu. Because it's water fighting type, its signature is a multi-hit water move, and it can still hit through barriers.
Nice.
Because the Urshifu's hit ability is Unseen Fist, which lets it attack through things like Protect.
Perfectly balanced.
It actually kind of is, if I'm being honest. Like, I know you said that just to be funny, but it's not that broken.
Perfectly balanced is all things should be.
Yes. Also, I find it hilarious. I'm looking through my moves on my Urshifu right now. You can learn Aqua Jet.
Okay.
That's kind of funny to me. I could actually turn on the camera so you can see what I'm doing.
Nah.
Well, I mean, we're waiting for Jimmy anyway.
We're waiting for Jimmy so we can turn the stream off. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I guess.
Look, you know what? What's something we could talk about? We could talk about Minecraft. Kane,
What?
we could talk about Minecraft.
I haven't really touched Minecraft in a while. Mainly because I've only ever played console Minecraft, which is fucking trash. Yeet. My best boy.
The console edition did have at least
The console edition turned into Bedrock edition, and Bedrock edition is a
Bedrock
problem.
edition definitely has some problems with it, from my understanding.
Dude, you don't even know. I got on it one day. I was just in my basement, moving around, trying to get stuff done. Then the game lagged. I took a single block jump and died to fall damage.
Yeah, I've heard that that's a bug that Bedrock has. You sometimes just randomly die, which is why they haven't implemented hardcore into it yet. Because that would be cringe. That and Redstone works different, and you don't have furnace minecarts.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences. And it's pissing me off because they're giving the things that make Bedrock unique to Java.
Because that's what everyone plays.
What makes it unique then?
It's
What?
just shitty Java. Bedrock is just shitty Java. That's what it is.
No, they have things that distinctly set them apart, and they're giving those things to Java now.
The thing that sets Bedrock apart is cross compatibility with other consoles.
No, there are actual like coding differences, and you can do things differently.
Yeah, and it's generally seen as worse.
Actually, there are some things that I would prefer in console. But
There are a
those
few
are
things
some-
in Bedrock that are better. There are a few things.
Yeah,
Notably,
and yeah, that's what I'm
Cauldron
talking
from-
about. They're giving some of those things to Java now, which
kind of defeats the purpose of making them unique to one another.
The honestly, I feel like the two different versions is kind of dumb. Just like put them back together.
Also, the crossplay, that's a thing that people took into their own hands and fixed. So Java now has crossplay too.
Yeah. So there's no purpose to just get rid of it.
What are you
Just
doing to
make
your
Java
mic?
better. Like honestly, the two main thing the main thing from Bedrock that I've seen that I want to see in Java, as like a just improve the game kind of thing, is the way that cauldrons are used to make tipped arrows.
Oh, you can do
Because
that?
the Java way of making tipped arrows is cringe.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I didn't know there was another way to do that. Like, I assumed you could only craft them. I didn't know you could use cauldrons like that.
Yeah, I think it was Bedrock that you can like use cauldrons and put potions in the cauldron and then use that to tip
Are you
arrows.
sure you're not thinking of the dyeing method for?
No, that's how you clean dye off of armor.
No, that's how you dye armor in Bedrock. You put the dye in the water and then you use the armor on the water.
Huh. Honestly, I'd like to see that too. That seems actually interesting and gives
It
cauldrons.
also it also gives you proper control over the shading of the color.
Well, you can do that in Java too. It's just more complicated.
Yeah,
Regardless,
I just never really touch Minecraft anymore because I'm tired of basic Minecraft.
the thing I
I'll,
want to
I'll,
see them do is buff minecarts.
in what way?
Make them faster mainly.
There are ways to do that, but they keep getting patched.
No, it's like there's like a in one of the snapshots they did a test where they like tripled the max speed of mine carts and made it so if you went around a corner too fast they derail and it was actually like really interesting. And then they got rid of it because people complained that it broke their roller coasters. It's like
Uh, I find that incredibly ironic.
it's like
The minecarts going too fast broke the thing that's supposed to go fast.
it's like oh no, the update meant you have different parameters to build them by. So instead of trying to make them better with new parameters, you just complain. Like, oh my god. It's like one of the things that's been mentioned is like one of the things you never see anymore is people like actually building minecart networks. It's just not done because there's no point.
I mean, I do sometimes do them, but that's only if I'm trying to make movement of materials faster.
Yeah, it's like you'd see it all the time in like especially older SMPs. You'd see minecart networks to get around the server. No, you don't. You're just using Elytra. Lol. Like
I'm be honest, I kind of like the Elytra, but
I
that doesn't
kind of like
stop
the
me from.
Elytra, but I feel like the fact they gave it so you can use rockets to boost it really kind of just made every method of transportation obsolete.
You know the funny part about that? If you have an actual firework in the firework, you will damage yourself.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. It's like the fact that the firework can be used like that. I I don't
I
like.
don't mind it. Then I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world.
I mean, yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's very convenient. But the fact is, it just makes every other method of transportation superfluous. Like, why would you ever do something like go through the trouble of breeding up a fast horse so you can run around the server faster,
I
or
can
build
think
a
of a
monkey
reason.
to get around the server faster? There's no point.
I can think of a reason. Donkeys can hold chests.
The fact is, Kane, though, if you want to move a large number of items at any distance, you could load up a donkey and walk there, or you could load up your inventory with items, fly there, fly back, pick up more items, and fly back. And that'll probably be
Yeah, but
fast.
that would take longer.
No, it probably won't.
Yeah, because you have to keep making the trip.
it, the other thing, Kane, is
Goddamn.
yeah, you have to make the trip twice, but you make the trip at like 3 times the speed, if not faster.
And it depends on how much gunpowder you have.
Let's be real, Kane. If you're to the point where you're flying a bunch of items around, you'll have a creeper farm.
I can never set up monster farms actually.
Skill issue.
Like I I soloed the Ender Dragon, and I did not have a working mob farm. Like I even wanted to automate it by having iron golems present.
Automate which part?
The killing part,
Why do you need iron golems for that?
so that they can kill the monsters while
Have
I'm
you heard
not
of this thing
there.
called fall damage?
Most mob farms would use for XP, which is why that wasn't a thing at the time.
That's a separate kind of farm. That's a specific XP farm. And if that's a priority for you, Kane, just like rig up a piston so it could either automatically kill him with fall damage or leave him at like half heart so you just whack him with an auto clicker.
Oh, I can teach you. Oh, I can teach you bulk up. Why did I not know that?
Is Jimmy coming back?
I am
I
back.
think so.
Alright, welcome back, Jimmy.
Hello.
So what have you two been talking about while I was gone?
Minecraft.
Minecraft for some reason, even though I don't even do anything to do with Minecraft anymore.
I was complaining about how much minecarts suck.
Oh?
Yeah, minecarts need to
But,
be made faster because there's no purpose to use them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I mean, you mostly use them for farms.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
like,
I
that's
was
nice,
saying
but
you
like,
mostly use them for material
it
moving.
used to be you'd like set up minecart networks to get around, but now you don't because it's
Elytra.
too slow.
I mean, people do still use them. Like, a while ago, Vanos' crew was playing Minecraft, and they used it to make a secret tunnel system.
Anyway, I feel like we should probably think about wrapping up the Roomba for today.
Let's do 15 more minutes. Let's do a little bit more. I have time.
Okay.
So
So I guess we're I guess we're waiting for your input on things like the Gen 7 mythicals.
what mythicals were there? Zerora.
Zeraora, Magirna, and Melmetal.
Zerora. No way.
All three
There's
of
like
us
literally
chose it.
no competition in Gen 7. It's Zeraora.
Of course, because it turned all normal type moves electric, and then you could use.
Also,
those to
it's
heal.
just a cool Pokemon.
The shiny looks amazing.
Also that.
They that's one of the things you unfortunately missed out on for Gen 8 is when they did the DLC, they did a big raid event, and
I saw that.
The entire community got shiny Zeraoras.
I saw that, but you know, wasn't there, so sucks to be me.
I'm kind of sad you weren't there because of that.
It's okay. I didn't even have a Switch.
I turned
Back in the day.
I turned mine into a meme. I named it Thunder.
Ah,
There are two separate jokes in that.
wait, hold on, my engine. Wait,
One being
wait,
literal
okay,
Thundercat.
hold on, my OBS is
Oh,
currently
no.
having a stroke.
I think your computer said it was time to wrap it up too.
No, it just had a stroke. It's back to normal. It's back to normal. Okay. So, we were talking about Zeraora being a meme. What about it?
I named my shiny Zeraora Thunder as a
Uh-huh.
double meme. Thundercat, because it's a cat,
Yes.
and when I kill things, I get to say they're thunderstruck.
I see what you did there.
Double
Double
meme.
whammy.
Double
Uh,
whammy.
question: have you two heard of Toho?
Toho?
Yes, Toho Project.
No, I have not.
That is so unfortunate. Because that is literally the mother of 90% of internet memes.
Your mic cut out.
Toho is the ancestor to a lot of current memes. Like you know, like your angry melodic noises.
Yeah.
That originally comes from a Toho comic, which someone cropping out one particular like vignette and cutting out the text and said, "What did doggy say?" And one of the things was angry dog noises. Like Toho is
I'm
gigantic.
only catching this because it's 5-star. By the way, Jimmy, in case I did not tell you, on the website for this, they say that only the 5-star gimmicks have a chance to be shiny.
I know. I saw the direct.
so-
It said that on the direct, if I recall.
Yeah, some people just kind of skip past that though. Because some people are like, oh, awesome event, yay.
I mean, it's money. They give you a lot of money.
They do. They give you a lot of money and XP candies for that. for that.
You know, even though I don't really need money or XP candies. I have like 500 large candies,
I
like
always
300
need
or
more
so
XP
extra large
candies.
candies. And I have 3 million Poke!
That kind of pisses me off. I wouldn't expect you to know this because you didn't play Legends Arceus, but you could just straight up buy XP candies on that game. Like, there's
That
a
sounds-
stand in front of the big building that they have. You know, where you go to turn in your work and all that.
Yeah.
There's a stand outside of the building, and there's just a guy that sells XP candies.
I mean, you can get
He-
a lot of money really easily in the instructions. Did you get literally money for catching Pokemon?
You get money for catching things. That's
That
it.
doesn't-
Easiest way to get money. Literally all you have to do is go out and catch things. And by the time you hit 10-star rank like I am, you can afford to go and do that.
So, since Meep's the only one, like, I guess out of the cart, Meep, do you plan on getting, Skyrim and Violet? Or are you not going to get them?
So the thing is, I don't own a Switch. My sibling does.
Um,
They have one of the Gen 9 games, I'm pretty sure. But unlike Gen 8, I don't really care enough to bother trying to play it.
I would suggest you play it. It's
Yeah,
distinct
so do
enough
I.
to play it. I can actually tell you how good it is. I have 2 very good examples.
You have
My
one very good
sister-
example right here. Me, hi.
No, I mean I have 2 other examples who weren't even Pokemon fans that actually got into the game. My
Fair enough.
sister did not like Pokemon until they started playing it, and I have a Monster Hunter fan that's just all Monster Hunter. Rarely ever touched Sword and Shield. Played the fuck out of Scarlet and Violet.
Also, you could play it with us.
Yeah,
You could hang
we
around
could
and play
get-
with us.
and we could give you good stuff.
I mean, doesn't need to, but we could, I don't know, do raids together, do a picnic, do a sandwich. Or, you know, pass you over maybe
I
a
can give
Pokemon that
him
you
a-
don't have, depending on your...
I can give him an Annihilate because I have like 5 of them set up to spare.
I could give him one of my 80-something 6 IV Sprigatito.
Weed cat.
Don't question why I have that
Yeah.
many. Actually,
Weed
you
cat.
can question if you want. I have my reasons why.
You tried to shiny hunt. I know for a fact why you have them. You eventually got it, but game said no.
No, I do have it. I do
They
have shiny
really do not
Sprigatito,
want you
but
to have
god
it
damn
for
did it take a long time. In the time that I got that shiny Sprigatito, okay, I got 2 shiny Hisuian Zoras, one of them female, by the way,
Yeah, I got a female one.
And
I refuse to evolve her.
15
Fox.
random shiny Pokemon.
Poor Jimmy. He will never financially recover from this.
Not financially, mentally. Also, I've been hatching eggs for the past month, and I've opened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 boxes worth of eggs. Not a single shiny have I found in the meantime. Neither from eggs or from wild Pokemon. The only shiny I found was a shiny Lechonk while trying to catch one singular Pommy for Pokemon Home. That's the kind of luck we're dealing with here, Mead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Jimmy makes my shiny look good. Even though my shiny luck sometimes gets almost as blurred as his.
Nothing
Hence,
will ever get as
I-
blurred as my
I-
shiny
I-
Hunter.
Full odds male.
For him.
You know
Oh,
what my
that's-
greatest shiny achievement ever was?
What?
On Sun, during my first playthrough, I got a male and female shiny Alolan Rattata without hunting. Full odds. Back to back.
Oh yeah.
Big
Anyway.
Pog.
Anyway.
Ooh,
I have a
hey,
thing I
6 IB scrub.
really can do, so
Okay, we
wrap
can
up.
wrap it up. I didn't know you had shit to do. My bad.
Alright.
Also, you
Yeah.
just got a perfect IB scrub. Nice.
Nice.
I mean, but I can
Very
use
nice.
that
shiny
for
looking
eggs.
sprout.
Next
I-
next week, next week on the Roomba of Thought, the
Will be 4
1969
people. I mean, if Kane wants to join in.
I won't mind.
The
I mean,
1969
it's nice having people to talk to.
AKA Bread Jesus.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about
Bread
Bread
Jesus.
Jesus when Mina gets back. Oh my god.
Oh
Yes.
god. I'm
Let's
sure.
go. Let's
Hey,
go raid
hey,
our
when
boy.
Mina's here, it won't be too impactful when I start zoning out.
So,
Because I did do that a few times.
so
I
we're going
kept
to
zoning
raid.
out, but
Zone
it was
back in?
it
I never
was in the
zoned
middle
back
of
in.
you guys
Yeah,
ranting.
sorry.
So we're
I
going
tended
to
to-
raid our boy, Talkto Ninja, which is having a 100 followers celebration. Yes, he hit 100 followers sooner than I did, and he is 10 followers away from me. You can tell another reason why I'm kind of depressed about Twitch, because he's just better than me, and I just have a shit computer and I cannot do
It's
anything
not
about
really
it.
your fault. It's just growing in Twitch is kind of just a steep hill, where once you get to a certain point, it kind of slows down a lot. Like you're almost caught up to me in followers.
Anyway, let's go raid him. Let's go say hi to Octo. Tomorrow, hopefully, if I don't zone out and pass out asleep, we'll be having our regularly scheduled Calamity Mod single player mage run, as we did last Friday, which was the quote-unquote mega stream. It only lasted 7 hours instead of the expected 10 because Need for Speed Underground 2 crashed twice.
Ooh,
But see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Minecraft roof.mp4.
And me says nothing.
Meep already left.
Oh.
Meep been gone.
Bruh.
He left right after he said he had somewhere to be.
Fair enough.
We could go join them if you want us.
Hmm?
Are they still in the voice chat? I think they are. No, they are not. Never mind.
No, I don't think they're in voice yet.
They were earlier.
Oh, it's because his Discord keeps crashing on the PC.
Ah, okay. He keeps having technical difficulties like you.
Yeah, today it seems like it's.
Man, everywhere I went today, everybody had technical difficulties. I don't like this.
So, you want to do some raids or something?
We could, I guess.
Let me just move this man to the box where I have the rest of mine.
Just turned off the game because, you know, I have a bright ass TV, but
Ah.
I don't like looking at that TV for too long.
Oh right, no, I didn't want to leave the Zendidi because the Zendidi has I caught her in a rapid ball. Because it's funny
Yeah,
because
I'm
I
kinda
caught her in a
sad
rapid
that-
ball even though she's a trick room, even though she would be a trick room user. Kick W.
Oh yeah, fun fact, Diancie has been in 2 Switch games in a row. Because Diancie was in Sword and Shield too. Also, you missed you not having Sword and Shield. You kind of missed your chance. Well, if you got it now, you would still be able to, but you would need the DLC. But you can catch a Keldeo in game now.
Oh yeah, I know that. I heard that. Yeah, I'm not really interested. Also,
I,
Kane, if you ever have a regular, doesn't need to be shiny, Kyogre you don't need, you can pass it over to me.
I doubt I ever will, I'll be honest.
Why?
Because I much prefer Groudon of the two, and I can't really hunt Groudon with Sword.
Do you have Pokemon Go?
I do, but I never touch it. I think I have Pokemon Go. Actually, no, I think I already installed it.
I mean, you could reinstall it.
Yeah, but.
But you don't go outside enough.
No, it's not that. It's that Pokemon Go is kind of lost its charm for me.
I mean, I still like playing it from time to time. I'm not like my sister though, who installed it last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I think it was last year. No, it was 2 years ago. And she's already passed me on levels, and I have the game since 2016.
I don't know if I ever brought this up to you. I probably should have brought it up during the stream. But I had a guy trying to tell me that Mega Evolution was retconned.
Just break just break Rain's ankles.
Yeah, even though we have Pokemon Go that has it, Pokemon Masters that has it, it's being referenced in Scarlet and Violet,
Via, you know who.
Roaring Moon. We have several modern day games that are referencing it, and yet my guy has convinced himself that it's been retconned.